Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. In today's video, I take you along for a very spooky adventure. Hi guys, I'm back and I took you along with me to my spooky adventure and I went book shopping and I bought a bunch of cool stuff and I just got back from my trip and I can't wait to show you all the clips of everything I was able to do and show you a little bit of all the things I was able to buy. I'm gonna go ahead and now take you about a week back when my husband and I went on a lovely little spooky trip. We went to Spooky Empire and this was my first time going to Spooky Empire. If you've been with me for a little bit, you know that I love cons and I love Halloween and spooky things. So imagine how happy I was to go to my very first spooky con. I had never been to a spooky con before, and we have one here in Orlando that comes every year, and I'm just so happy. I was so happy to have gone. In addition to Spooky Empire, we also went to Halloween Horror Nights, which you guys know I love going to, and I go every year, and we had such a great time. And it was just great preparation for upcoming Halloween, and it was just so much fun. We really enjoyed ourselves, and of course, since we were up there, I was able to go shopping to a couple bookstores, so you'll see footage of that. I went to Authentic Books and got a little bit of a experience there. I had a little bit of a fun experience there. They have a pick your totes, pick your book, and pick your 3 sensory items. And I made myself a little package and it was so much fun. It was such a cute, cozy place. Then we also went to the New Romantics bookstore, which is one of the most beautiful bookstores I've ever been to. And I'm not even a romance reader. And of course, I had to get a romance book because how can I go there and not get one? And of course, I'll show you that in a little bit. And during SpookyCon, I was also able to meet an author that I really, really love. And I ended up getting 2 of her books. I was also able to see Jennifer McMahon, and that was such a surreal experience. I forgot to take my book so she can autograph, but I did see her. I said hello to her from a distance. She sat right in front of me during one of the panels, and then she was a participant in another one of the panels that I went to, and it was just wonderful. She was so, so cool. She was such a cool person. And yeah, it was so much fun. So I'm going to go ahead and take you now about a week ago when we were heading out into our spooky adventure.
Happy to update, we are heading to Halloween Horror Nights, so we're very excited. We're very excited. So I will try to get some fun content. Obviously I can't record inside the houses, but I will try to get you some spooky content once we are there.
The spooky vibe. Bye.
Bye.
many children will arrive and dinner will be served. Yes, yes, my hungry babies. Horace, when the cat's away, the mice will play. So, let's go catch those mice and gut them proper. Well, it looks like you swallowed a canary. Don't you be shy. Oh, come on up here. See for yourself. Well, I'm not the mean old lady children seem to think I am. Don't you be a scaredy cat. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Well, I just have my little home. All my furry babies all around. Oh, you can see my beautiful forest and the crooked little lane. You children should have more respect. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue. Come and get it, my little babies. One for you, and one for you, and one for you.
What? Yeah, yeah. Hello.
All right, guys. So now that we are officially back home and you accompanied me on my little spooky journey, I'm back home and excited to show you all the things that I ended up getting. So I'm going to go in order from the order I got everything in. So I'm going to show you that first. So, first of all, once we got to Spooky Empire, which did you see how cool that place was? My husband knows I love tote bags, and so he went ahead and got me this beautiful tote bag. Look at this, guys. It's like stunning, and the material is so nice. Like, it's one of the nicest tote bags I've ever seen. So he actually surprised me with it because he's always cracking jokes because I always want a tote bag, and then he's like, "No more tote bags. You gotta have like 100 of them." So then I was waiting for a panel that was going to feature Jennifer McMahon, which I really wanted to see and hear her talk. And so I stayed waiting, and he went to the bathroom. And then when he comes back, he surprises me with a tote bag. And then I was like, of course, what happened to no more tote bags? Like, you went ahead and got me one. And then, the whole bit. But let me show you some of the goodies that I got there at Spooky Empire. So first, look how beautiful their program was. So this is what gave you like all of the schedules, and it told you like when the different panels, what different panels they were offering and all of that. But isn't this beautiful? In addition, of course, they did have their app that you could, of course, see everything that was happening. But I just love that they gave you like this lovely little thing as soon as you walked in. There at Spooky Empire, I was able to pick up these two books from Wendy. I believe her last name is Dalrymple. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she has a lot of these like pink horror books, and I've had a lot of these on my wish list for a while. I have read one of her books before, but I was really excited. I think Credenza is one of her newer ones. And then this is one of those I had been wanting for such a long time. The Birthday Party Demon. I had been dying to get one of these. And so I did buy these there, and I was fortunate enough to listen to her speak in two different panels, and it was so interesting. She's a native Floridian, so that's kind of cool. And a lot of her books feature Florida as like an important part of her like plots. So her setting is set in Florida, obviously has a lot to do with a lot of her books. So I really appreciated that, being a Floridian myself. So I thought that was very, very cool. And I also ended up getting this lovely bookmark with a lot of her book titles. And yeah, have you guys read any of these? Let me know if you have. Um, she does talk a lot about her pink horror books, and she was, really like talking up how this female horror, pink bubblegum horror, is like a thing for her. And it was just a lot of fun. It was very refreshing to hear her speak, and I'm excited to like get into these. And of course, I'm so happy that I was able to get these books there. And in addition to that, I also was able to get this lovely vinyl, so I can't wait to put this on my laptop. And yeah, they did have a bunch of other books there at Spooky Empire, and they did have a lot of Jennifer McMahon books, but I do have almost all her books, so I didn't end up getting anything. But it was just so much fun. They had so many movie panels, and they had obviously author panels, which were the ones that I did the most of, and just a lot of like cool merch and cool things to buy. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So that was the first set of things that I was able to get. And then obviously we went to Halloween Horror Nights. No books there, so couldn't get any bookish stuff. My husband did take me book shopping. So one of the places that we went to, yes, another tote bag, was Authentic Books. Let me go ahead and show you that. And they had this really cool like fill up your tote experience. So you ended up picking a tote bag that you liked, and this is the one that I chose. And then you got to pick a book. So I went ahead and picked up this one, another pink book, and this was Perfume and Pain by Anna Dorn. And so I ended up choosing this as my book simply because they do have a curated amount of books. So basically what they do is every month they have a curated set of books, and they switch them from month to month, so they don't have a very large selection of books. And being a booktuber, content creator, I have a lot of books. So a lot of the books there I had either read or I owned. So it was difficult for me to be able to find exactly like something that fit in. So this is something that I've had my eye on before, but I had never, bought or had never purchased or ordered or whatnot. And I know a couple people have talked about this, but I don't really know. I don't really recall if it's good or bad. I did read the synopsis and I ended up liking it. And out of everything there, I thought it was what, I would enjoy the most. And I did want to support every time I go to an indie bookstore. I love supporting. I have to buy something all the time because I feel like that's part of the experience, and I'm getting content, and I like promoting these places because, um long live indie bookstores, like we have to support them. So yeah, so I went ahead and got the experience. So I got my tote bag, I got this book, then I picked as one of my items this lovely true crime bookmark. Look how cute this is. It's so adorable. So I got this as my bookmark, and then I picked two little notebooks. Look how lovely these are, guys. So I picked these two little, I love the colors on these. So I picked these two little notebooks, and the inside is so pretty, guys. Look how beautiful. That's that one. Look at this one. So beautiful. And yeah, that was my little experience, and it was fun. You got to pick what you wanted. They had, of course, socks and candles and like sprays and aromatherapy things and all of that, but I kind of wanted to keep everything kind of bookish, so this is what I ended up getting, which I'm sure you saw in the video clips that I went ahead and took for you and filmed while I was in the store. But yeah, Authentic Books was absolutely lovely. And then a couple blocks down, maybe like a 5-minute drive from Authentic Books, was the New Romantics. And that has got to be one of the loveliest bookstores I've ever been to. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been there, but I would love to talk to you about it because it was just so beautiful. Again, you guys know, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. You don't know, but I'm not a big romance reader. I mostly read thriller and horror books, hence this whole vlog, right, of spooky stuff. But I do occasionally pick up a romance, and I love them. I love Ali Hazelwood, Abby Jimenez, Emily Henry. You know, I like my rom-coms and contemporary romances and stuff like that. I love those. But I'm just not a big romance reader. But that was heaven. The decorations were so beautiful. I love the vibe in there. There were so many girls in there. There were like at least like 40 girls in the store, and they were all like so excited and giggly and fun, and I loved how they organized everything by like tropes. So you had your sports romances, you had like your romantasy, then you had like your, I don't know, I don't even know half the tropes, you know, romance tropes, but everything was sorted out, and I thought it was so fun, and they had so much cute merch. So look at these bags, how beautiful this is. And so I ended up getting one book, you know, because I'm not huge on this stuff, but man, I can't, first of all, I can't pass up an autographed book, right? So I went ahead and picked this up. Who am I? What is this? So I went ahead and got Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. And of course, my husband was with me. He took me. He was like at one point the only guy in the store. And then another guy came, but he was like the only guy in the store. And I was like, babe, can you like look up to see if this is book one? Because I know nothing about this, guys. I know nothing. But it was an autographed edition, which I love. I love when a book is autographed. So nice. And of course I wanted to support, and I've heard great things. People love these what are these Western romances, I guess. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I have been thinking of this for a while. I'm gonna do a vlog of reading things that are out of my comfort zone. So I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna try to read like Akatar and Fourth Wing or something. I think that's what I'm gonna do. If you never see that vlog, it's because it failed epically, right? But I think that's what I'm kind of gonna do. But yeah, but I'm excited. And then I also went ahead. Well, they gave me with my purchase this lovely bookmark. I love how all their stuff has their little branding on it. I thought that was so special. And then I did pick up a couple bookmarks. So I picked this one up, which is kind of a little bit fantasy, but look how beautiful the colors are. They're my favorite colors. So I ended up getting that. And then I ended up getting this one. Look how sweet this is. I want to use this on my Bridgerton books, which I haven't hauled yet, by the way. I need to haul those. And then I also ended up getting this one, which is another one of those ticket looking ones. And this one is Dark Academia. I'm so excited. I love these. And yeah, that's what I ended up getting at the New Romantics. And that was the last little store that we visited right before we came back home. And we had such a good time, guys. It was a wonderful little vacation to get us in the mood for Halloween and all of that. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you're still with me, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video. If you're not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And I look forward to talking to you in my next video. Bye!